Graduate in Nassau County, came out of Elmont Memorial High School. He was accepted to every Ivy League school that there was. And they not only accepted him, but they're actively trying to get him in their school. What he has in common with us is that he's a minority. As a Haitian American myself, I can tell you we can't work for these exams. We're not just competing against the rich, we're competing against the world. In Shanghai today, you have junior high school students taking calculus. Our students shouldn't be told by us that they can't. They can, and they have to. And if we continue this philosophy, we will be where we're at. We have to take this problem on. This problem isn't that we're unable to pass exams. We have a bad strategy. We didn't get to the bottom by making a bunch of right decisions. We're the adults. We have to accept it. We made bad decisions. We're going to have to accept it. There is no way to pull away from these exams. You want to be a policeman, a sanitation man. You want to go to college, there's an exam. I'm a physics teacher. I test my students constantly because that tells me if I'm doing things right or wrong. If I see they're doing better, I continue down that path. If they're not, I change. We can't continue this. It's somebody else's fault. We control the school board. No one else controls it. There's no one in Garden City controlling our village. We're controlling it. I'm new to the village, yes. But I've seen this before.
Thank you. Thank you so much. As someone from outside this district, I have to tell you that you guys have a tough choice come May 19th. You have superb candidates here, and I think all of them deserve a round of applause. That being said, I need to know that all of you are going to make it your business to talk with family, friends, neighbors about getting out to vote. It is an embarrassment, national embarrassment, how few people get out to vote on any level of government. So please make it your business to take 2 or 3 people with you in your carpools, etc. Please make it your business. The League of Women Voters is working very hard on this problem in our country. Now, we have had 7 questions and answers from 7 candidates. So we are back to Ms. Jackson to continue with our final closing statements. Thank you, Ms. Jackson.
The reason why I am running for the Hempstead School Board is because I've been in this district for going on 29 years and I have not seen a change. When I came here, Hempstead was a poor functioning school, and now 29 years later it still is. I felt it was my responsibility as an educator, as a resident, to serve the children. And that is why I'm running. I think our children deserve better. And I think we all know what we need to do, but we're not doing it. So we need to ask the question, why isn't it not being done? So I hope, again, I'm nervous, but I hope that when you come out, that you will vote for me, because there's a lot of stuff that I do not know, but I know how to find the answers. And I think the most important thing is that I am committed to see a change. I do not want to see our children continue to suffer. I do not want to see a 38% graduation rate. I do not want to see, less than half of our kids passing the New York State exams. We owe them more, and I'm hoping that the community will feel that way and come out, support me, and support the change, and also demand a change, demand accountability, demand transparency, demand that we do what is right for our children, and go back to the mission of our school, which is to educate all children, to provide an environment that is safe, that is safe, that is healthy, to have a curriculum that is vigorous.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I tried to finish your sentence. All right, Ms. Braisley.
My name is Shelley Braisley, and I absolutely am not a minority. I am a proud member of the African American, Black and Brown community of the United States of America. I'm running for the school board because I grew up in a community that was at the time all black, and it worked for us. I didn't realize that I was a so-called minority until it was too late. I'd already graduated from Hempstead High School, and when I got to college, I was competitive because they taught us to be that in Hempstead. I lived in Hempstead when it was great. I saw it in its fullness, and I'm on the board so we can bring it back to its fullness. There's absolutely no reason why the black and brown children of our community are not striving and not hearing that they are minorities. They are not minorities. They're majority here, and they should be running things. It's our responsibility as a community.
Continue. I'm talking.
It's our responsibility. I probably do need to bring it down. It's our responsibility as a community to educate our children. It's our responsibility as a community to come together. It's our responsibility as a community to grow together. Staff development is important. The children's development is important. The residents of our community is important. We need education for all the people. We need adult education. You should be able to come here. You should be able to come here and learn how to sew, learn how to cook. Why can't we don't have youth centers? Why can't our schools stay open until 8 or 9 o'clock? We pay enough taxes. Why can't we come and volunteer so our children have youth centers within our community schools? It's time for us to think outside of the box, take over our community, and live. It's time for us as a people to live. We're not giving our resources to anyone. We're going to fix this. Shelley Braisley, vote row B for Braisley.
And I am a celebrated mother of 3 successful children. I am a wife of a wonderful husband, and I am a paralegal by trade who is retired, who can dedicate her time to this board. I'm a woman of God who believes that prayer changes things, especially for our children here in Hempstead. How can we move into the 21st century without spending and looking into the money that we have here? We need to provide a budget for our community, getting our community into the budget process. We need to have a budget, a community budget, people involved in the budget, like people sitting here, like yourselves, who are involved. We need to have not only just the people in the community, but also the teachers involved in the budget. We also need to have a public access television station so our seniors can be here involved. We can have also, I believe, my son took Mandarin and Japanese and Spanish, not just one language, but several languages. We have Haitian children here. We have so many other, we have Hindu people in our community. Let's be international. Just think about everybody. We have children who are smart, who need to be invested in. Let's have mentoring in this program. Some of our schools are open to 8. Some of the high school I know is open till 8 o'clock. Let's have the middle school open. I know we have a $14 million project where we're going to be reopening roads. Parents, get involved. Get involved. Let's get involved with our children. Let's go into the streets of Hempstead and say, let's take back our streets. Let's take back our children. And stop letting the media talk about our kids. Let our kids know that we love them. Let them know that we care about them. Thank you. And vote row C on May 19th.
Dr. Shakes.
We ended the day before election last year. We were at the home of Mr. Charles Renfro, all of the candidates, and Ms. Mimi Johnson presented a question to the candidates at that time. She said, should you not win, will you still support the district and the children? And will you work as hard as you have before? Work that at the same rate. So I didn't win, but I worked just as hard.
That's right.
I left there, and I created many forums for our children. I created many platforms, many programs to undergird and to educate our children. But what was amazing to me is that there were external organizations who came out in drones to voice their disdain for our district and the way it was being ran. Yet when we had 7 meetings to deal with the stakeholders in this community, this room was empty. No one showed up to talk about the future of our children. Yet everyone, see, when I grew up, my mother said, what happened in your house, stay in your house. And what's happening in Hempstead is no different than what's happening in Uniondale, what's happening in Garden City, anywhere else. We're the only ones who like to exploit our children and our business to the media. Came to me and said, who has seen this house in its first glory? And how do you see it now? Do you look at it as though it's nothing? Who saw Hempstead when it was thriving? Who saw Hempstead when we were at the top educational, sports-wise, theater-wise? The Indian Black scripture says, the glory of the latter house shall be greater than the former. And in it is going to happen.
Can we please have respect for the candidates who have not spoken yet? Thank you. Ms. Torres.
Everybody knows that I came to this country just with my accent and my English. Everybody knows where I'm coming from. And I applaud the people who say I grew up in this village. I disagree that the damage for this district was done and nothing was done in those 30 years. I've been here 10 years and I decide to do something, not only for my kids, but for every single child in this community. If it was not for the media, 33 students were going to be going home every week and be told to come back next week because they didn't have the schedule or classes for them. If it was not going for the media, nobody will know who Maribel Ture was and what her intentions were to fix this district. I've been working very hard. Changes they already been done in a small steps because 30 years are not easy to erase and are not easy to fix. But somebody told me, don't waste your time and stop doing this. I say no. Somebody told me 30 institution of 30 years is not going to change. We proved them wrong. And the media help. The outsiders help. Because there is people who believe on education. There is people who cares for the children.